Hey everybody, welcome to this coastal foggy morning here in the woods. I wanted to do a quick video today about why I like investing in forest land. Before I get into that, the Securities and Exchange Commission and the US government might get very angry with me if I don't say this is not to be taken as financial advice or investment advice or any kind of advice, because I am not qualified to give such advice. This should only be considered for entertainment purposes only. Oh man, now I have to try to make this entertaining. Well, here goes nothing. Here's a little view of a nice stand of Douglas fir and grand fir. I'm not sure I'm ready for the selfie stick yet, but every one of these trees gets bigger every year. Every year they put on a growth ring, they get taller, they become more valuable every year. It's like interest. Not only is the land becoming more valuable every year, but the timber on it becomes more valuable too. Now, most people invest their money in securities, stocks, mutual funds, index funds. I might have better returns if I put my money in the market, but then again, I might not. People also commonly invest in residential or commercial real estate. The advantage there is you get rent coming in every month. You also tend to get people problems that come along with that. I might make more money if I have a property where I'm getting rent coming in every month. There are probably a lot of investments I could make more money with. But if I invest in the market, if I invest in residential real estate, I can't really enjoy that investment. Stocks are basically just a blip on a computer saying you own part of a company. It could be years or decades before I get returns from that. I can't enjoy that wealth. I can't enjoy that money that I've earned, that I put into that. Same with a rental house. Someone else is enjoying the property. I'm getting the money, but they're enjoying the property. With forest land, I am getting a return from the timber, from the increase in property values, but I can also enjoy the property. It's a peaceful place for me to be. I could grow food here. I could build a house here and actually live here, or park an RV here and spend a lot of my time here. I can't do that with stocks. I can't do that with index funds. I can't do that with bonds. I can't do that with a rental house because someone else is living there. If you worked hard and you made a bunch of money, you put it away in some investment, what happens if you die next week? You never got to enjoy that money you made. To me, that's a good argument for investing in something you can enjoy. For you, that might not be forest land. Maybe it's something else. Maybe there's something else you're interested in. Maybe there's something else you had experience in. To me, a larger tract of land like this has so many more possibilities than a small lot with just a big structure on it with only one purpose. And aside from the monetary value of a property like this, there's so many other values. It's a peaceful place for me to spend my time. I look at so many other people who have so much stress in their lives. They're surrounded by all these things. They're stuck in jobs they would rather not be doing. It's a place to get away from all the goofiness in the world. Have you watched the news lately? Well, I don't really watch the news, but I do look at headlines sometimes. There's so many goofy things people are doing these days. All the politics, the my politician is better than your politician, all the divisiveness. It's just, there's none of that out here. How do you put a price on sanity? Not only is this a long-term investment, I've also bought myself a potential career. I can make a full-time living off my forest land. I've had times in my life where I've actually done that. And I don't mean cutting down all the trees. I can cut down some of the trees. I can even select trees in a way that enhances the forest, enhances their long-term growth, and actually increases the long-term volume of timber on the property. There are also other non-timber wood products that I have sold and can sell. There's also potential recreational income that could be made. So many possibilities to make an income off of a property like this. I don't know if you can hear that raven in the background. They make a lot of funny noises. This morning I woke up to the sound of elk bugling. How do you put a price on that? Let me know in the comments if anybody's interested in me doing more videos about how to make money with forest land. And again, I must say, this is not to be taken as any kind of financial or investment advice. I am not qualified or certified for anything. You should never listen to me. I am not qualified by any government bureaucrats to do anything, so don't listen to a word I say. Working on your forest land can be a great hobby. A lot of times when I'm working on non-forest endeavors, I can just come out here sometimes and make improvements on my own land. I can't do that with securities. I can't do that with a lot of investments. Do I recommend this for everyone? Of course not. This works for me because I have an interest in it. It works for me because I have a background in it. This probably isn't for most people, but for some of you, investing in forest land might be something to consider. Those are some of the advantages of investing in forest land. But what are the disadvantages? One is it can be difficult to finance bare land and forest land. If you're not a cash buyer, it might be more difficult to get into it. Also, if you decide to sell, it can be a little harder to find a buyer. And if you can't finance it, you don't have the leverage that you can get with residential property when you buy it with a mortgage. And another thing with forest land, when you spend so much of your time in places like these, it can be so easy to stop caring so much about all the things people get stressed about, all the things people worry about. Stop caring so much about all the things going on in the world. And that's bad because how is that bad? We're going to have to get back to this one when I remember why that's bad. Forest land does have risk. Wildfire could come through and kill the trees. Not so much of a concern here on the coast where it's a wetter climate, but inland where my sawmill is with that property, it's definitely something to be concerned about. Although there are ways to reduce that risk. Disease, bark beetles can come through, kill the trees. But in the case of fire or beetles, once the trees die, you can still salvage them. You can still get the value out of them. Fire doesn't burn green wood very well. It just kills the needles, kills the leaves, kills the tree, but the green trunk is still there and you can still salvage it. There can be regulatory changes that make it more difficult to harvest your timber, especially here on the West Coast states where government is, well, they just are. Well, that's enough for this video. There are more advantages, there are more disadvantages. We'll save that one for another video. See you on the next one.